Alright, so one thing that I learned from my last time playing this is that, this is indeed the censored version. I was lied to when I was given this, game. Now, I obviously did not buy it. I pirated it, of course, like a based Giga Chad. The FBI ain't gonna do shit to me. But this is the censored version, so yeah, no, sadly, no lolly anime titties. You ain't gotta worry about that. I don't have to worry about that, which means I can actually stream this. So, poggers, which also means no Patreon exclusive content, which means I am losing out on potential money. But, another thing that I looked up is, do not click the first option, for that will essentially end the game right there, or in the fucking visual novel. You're going to need to click don't need it anymore. You're going to stick into the madness, and it's going to be based and epic, and yeah. Now ain't this just poggers and keck indeed. On that terrible day when I first opened my eyes after the accident, what would my answer have been? When I think back on this many years from now, will I wish that my answer today had been different? It doesn't matter. Here, at this moment, there is no doubt in my mind. Who was that? I asked Saya, looking at the unidentifiable pieces of the monster.
The man living next door. I don't know his name.
Oh, that bitch, Mr. Suzumi. He was hardly a stranger. We've been neighbors for as long as I can remember. I'd go so far as to say we were on good terms before the accident. Is that your webcam? Yes. That is actually my webcam. This is actually a face reveal. I was Natsuki the whole time. And now I've killed him with my own two hands. I feel little. Wait, what? Mr. Suzumi, the kindly painter who lived next door, is but a distant memory. It's just a burning memory. The pieces of meat around me belonged to a creature whose mere existence was nauseating. Only by killing the vermin could I find relief. Oh yeah, the end of part 3 was actually pretty based. The part before this. He complained about my yard being filthy, the swine. It doesn't matter what Saya did. It wasn't worth keeping alive anyway. It's like, nah, that's Junior's. No! No! No, Albert. I will not have this misinformation spread across the Savage Central community. No. Junior is not my fucking daughter. This is misinformation spread by the fascists and the Monica simps to make me look bad. No. He complained about my... yeah. These are my honest feelings. My hands are wet with another man's blood, and yet I am utterly calm. Now I know what I lost in the accident. Saya said that I can take it back, but I know I cannot. It is gone forever, like the life of the man called Suzumi. Hey, Saya. No doctor could possibly fix my condition, you know?
Fuminori?
You can do what no human is capable of. You're not human, are you? Bruh? Saya looks away, her expression unreadable. No, who could have ever saw that Saya actually isn't a human? What? No way. Everything is monstrous and loathsome in his eyes. Everything but Saya. I thought that she was somehow unique. I was wrong. I see her just as I do everything else, as something other than what she really is. Why should that surprise me? Saya is a part of my world, just as I'm a part of hers. It doesn't change what we are to each other. I stand and walk over to Suzumi's dismembered corpse. I read this manga once about a man who recovered from an accident, only to find that he could no longer see the world as it was. Kinda like me. I finally realized that even though the stench of these monsters' flesh turned my stomach, their blood and guts smell pretty good. In fact, I know this fragrance quite well. He saw people as rocks and robots as beautiful women. And so he fell in love with something that wasn't remotely human. I retrieve the cleaver, pick up a piece of Suzumi's body, and start removing the skin and tendons. Ah, just as I thought. The stuff underneath is exactly the same as what Saya and I had been eating. Bruh, cannibalism, bruh. Eating hookers improves those gangs. Bruh, Fuminori's on the Sigma male grind set, hey. Hey, this looks pretty good. Let's eat it.
Fuminori?
Oh, sorry. You're in no mood for that now, are you? You know, just about to get fucked by this dude. Hey, no big deal. More for me. I mean, now that it's dead, though, you know, meat is meat. It'd be a waste to just throw it away. We should get it in the fridge.
Is that alright with you?
Sure, I answer easily. There is no longer any room for doubt in my mind. Also, his wife and daughter are probably next door. They might cause trouble when he doesn't come home. Oh, I don't think you have to worry about that. We'd better hunt them down before they go to the police. Getting your door kicked down for CP? What? No! I don't have no CP. Bro, these are Chris Paul highlights that I have. Bro, I don't know, I don't know why the police are making such a big deal out of me having Chris Paul highlights. You know, like 10 terabytes of it on my, you know, fucking hard drive. Fucking ludicrous. I just love Chris Paul. He's my favorite point guard. Motherfuckers ain't taking me for anything. Damn.
Is that really what you want?
Saya asked again, this time with a trace of fear in her voice. I guess I still haven't convinced her of my sincerity. So at the end of this mango, the man who fell for something inhuman gives up his own humanity for the sake of their love. A happy ending, don't you think? Yeah, a real happy ending.
Fuminori?
You're all I need now, Saya. Nothing else matters as long as we're together forever. Huggers! Tossing the knife and meat aside, I pull Saya into my arms once more. Oh, it's a little sussy wussy. I can say it now, can't I? Saya! Bro. Oh, let me just check to make sure the FBI is not outside my window right now. Alright, I think we're good. Saya, I love you. Pog. As Saya wipes away the tears flowing from her eyes, I can no longer see any hint of fear in her face.
I don't want you to regret this. I don't, but...
I have sworn my oath, and Saya has accepted it. We have nothing to fear now. Saya will never need to cry again.
I can't help it. I'm so happy. I guess I'm pretty selfish, aren't I?
I don't mind. I'll always indulge your selfishness, even if it means probably the end of humanity. Filled with contentment, we exchange a smile and set to the task of cleaning the room. A single person produces a lot more meat than I expected. Speaking of which, I seem to remember doing something similar before.
About his wife and daughter? Yeah, I think he killed them. I heard their screams.
Well, that just makes things easier. More gains for us. I bet his wife's a hooker. After we finish here, we should go gather the meat from the sussy house. That should be enough to hold us for a while. And we can use the refrigerator to store what won't fit in ours. It's all coming together. Saya and I will be just fine. Because, I mean, motherfucker, who's gonna come and... What police officer is gonna come and break into this house to try and arrest us? Like, damn.
I think I recognize this picture.
After we finish our labors and get into bed, I show Saya what I found in Ogai's house.
It looks familiar. Yeah, I've definitely been there.
The photograph that Saya has selected is the one with a Tochigi Prefecture address on the back. I might have said that right, I don't really know. I don't really care. Fuck you, Japan. 2 nukes weren't enough. That's a house, right? I see trees and mountains?
Yeah, wow. Fuminori, you can see pictures now?
Bruh? A little. Oh my gosh, she's improving. At the outset of my ordeal, I had to depend entirely on my sense of distance to decipher what I saw. The houses in front of me, the mountains far behind them, the clouds high above. Only distance and scale told me what they were. Damn, this shit looking crazy. Bro, what do you mean this shit looking crazy, bro? Did you not watch the other 3 parts? It's like, bro, this Song of Saya is the definition of complete fucking insanity. Like, you have to be insane in order to play this. Luckily for me, I actually am. So, yeah. Photographs and other flat images used to be nearly impossible to make out. Recently, however, I've gotten better at understanding what things are by their shape. I know what the mountains and sky look like, for instance, how to tell them apart from buildings. Each of the 3 pictures show a similar scene. A lone house in the middle of a thick forest.
Dad called it his retreat. He said that no one would find us there.
Judging by the address on the back of each photo, they probably are excellent places to hide from prying eyes. But why 3? The dates are pretty old, and it seems odd that they were all taken within a few days of each other. Maybe he was scouting properties, looking for the perfect location for his hideaway? Saya recognizes only one of the houses, so that must be the one Ogai picked. Checking the location on a road map of the Kanto area, I find that it's about 3 hours out of Tokyo by car. Do you think your father will be there?
I tried calling him, but he didn't answer. I don't think he's there.
But he might have stopped by recently. The way I see it, our only hope of finding Ogai is to follow whatever lead we have, no matter how small. The probability that his hideout will yield useful information may be low, but it's not 0. Oh, sussy wussy! Ah! I think I'll check this place out tomorrow.
Do you have to?
Saya pouts. I wasn't expecting her to object.
It isn't. Isn't it far?
It'll only take about half a day to go there. Ain't like got anything else better to do. You know, check it out and then come back.
I have to stay home by myself while you're gone?
Wow. So that's what it is. Slightly exasperated, I smile and rub Saya's head. I wonder what this scene is like, actually looks like. Because we know Saya is not fucking human, obviously. Like some fucking alien monster. I'm pretty sure the Saya is literally the things that this dude's been fucking seeing this whole time. So I wonder how this scene's actually looking out. Be a little patient, okay? You want to find your father too, don't you? After a brief silence, during which her expression is hard to decipher, Saya looks up at me and says,
Hey, Fuminori, let's forget about Dad.
Huh? What? Among Us? That's the last thing I expected her to say. Forget about him? But he's your father! Aren't you worried?
Not anymore.
Saya says, coming closer to feel my warmth.
I have you now. I call him Dad, but he's not really my father. He taught me a lot, and probably loved me in his own way, but you're kinder and warmer.
Saya's words make me happy, but also hear the loneliness in them. Are you really alright with that? Seems kinda cringe.
Yeah, you don't like it being just the two of us. Just the two of us.
I do, but I also want to meet Dr. Ogai. I mean, this dude sounds pretty poggers if you ask me. Having finally figured out how to explain my feelings, I continue. I want to get to know you better. If there's someone who knows more about you than I do, I have to meet them.
Oh?
Saya doesn't seem upset, but she does tilt her head quizzically, as though my thoughts are strange to hear. And I also want to... Yeah, I'm gonna check it out tomorrow. Another plan has started forming in my head, one separate from the search for Dr. Ogai. If I find the doctor there, great! If I don't, well, I think I can find another use for his mountain retreat. Hey, Saya, I know you'll be lonely, but try to bear it out for a little while, and if a hooker just happens to walk into this place, kill them, gut them, and then have it ready for me by the time I get back, okay? I need those gains.
Okay.
She nods, then looks questioningly into my eyes.
Fuminori, you really want a family and friends, don't you? More people you can spend time with?
Well, that would be more fun, yeah. Fearing that Saya would start sulking, I hurriedly add, don't get me wrong, even if I could have lots of friends, you'll always be special to me. And I'm totally not using you for your tight lolly holes.
I know. Thanks.
Giggling, Saya rubs her cheek against mine.
I'll find something to make you happy. Something just for you.
Ooh. Oh, back to the real world. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Suck my dick and balls and cock and penis. Today, all of Koji's classes were in the morning. Damn, that must suck. On his way to meet Yo for lunch after his final lecture, Koji suddenly gets a call in the middle of the hallway. Without thinking, he reaches to his belt for his new camera phone, but curses when he realizes that the ringtone is coming from the old phone in his bag. He hasn't transferred his contacts list yet, and calls still come from his old phone from people who don't know the new number. When he finally fishes the phone from his bag, the name he sees on the display sends a chill up his spine. Is it Fuminori? Yep! Why now? What does he want? It's hard to be happy about a call from Fuminori after the incident at the Ogai house. Hola. Hey, Koji. You done with class for the day, right? Yeah? Haha. Yeah. Of course, Fuminori would know that Koji is free on Thursday afternoons. I need to talk to you about something. Can you come to the parking lot? I promise you, I'm not going to kill you, skin you, and then take your guts out, harvest them, and then cannibalize them later. I promise I won't do that. I'm totally not on that Sigma male grind set, looking to get all those gains I can. Now? Yeah, I'll be waiting. Fuminori hangs up without another word. What's gotten into him? What does he want? Koji wonders as he sticks the phone into his jacket pocket. The sudden change is disturbing after a week of Fuminori avoiding both Koji and Yo. Maybe he's finally ready to talk, in which case, Koji should probably consider this a good thing. However, he can't shake the feeling that something is wrong. Wow, you think? Did I keep you waiting?
Yeah.
Nah, not at all. In the parking lot, Koji finds Fuminori leaning against the fender of Koji's car. Last time they met was in the darkness of an abandoned house. This is the first time in over a week that they've spoken face to face in the light. Perhaps that is why Koji senses something strange in Fuminori's expression. He's not sure what exactly, but something has changed. Looking kinda sus. I don't know. I think I told you before that I'm looking for information on a man named Ogai. Yeah, I got that. Well, it's starting to get more complicated. It looks like I can't handle it by myself after all. Fuminori seems more relaxed than before. He used to be tense all the time, like he was terrified of something. But now his expression is calm. He's even wearing what resembles a sheepish grin. I need your help, Koji. We're gonna go into the mountains together, just you and me. Nevertheless, some instinct is telling Koji that Fuminori's changes are not for the better. Why the sudden change of heart? Koji asks, keeping his expression neutral to conceal his suspicion. You're curious, aren't you? Fuminori responds coolly. His smile, unreadable as ever, offers no glimpse of his true motives. Dr. Ogai's house after me? It's a waste of time for us to look for him separately. We should team up. Why? Why does he sense malice? Thick and vicious, lurking behind Fuminori's smile. Anyway, I need your car today. Mind driving? I guess not. Fuminori's car was destroyed in the accident, so Koji isn't surprised that he needs a lift. Koji unlocks his car and gestures for Fuminori to take the passenger seat. Then gets behind the wheel and starts the engine. Well, where are we going? North Tochigi, or where the fuck. Near the Nasu Heights. Yeah, that place. Tochigi? Koji can't believe his ears. Here's the address, Fuminori says, handing Koji a photo with an address on the back. We need to find this building. He seriously expects to be driven over 100 kilometers and back? Koji doesn't know whether to be angry or impressed. If we leave now, we should get there by evening, right? Yeah, maybe. Koji sighs heavily, tapping the steering wheel as he calms himself down. Now that he's come this far, the only thing he can do is see his friend's craziness through to the end. Is this a vacation home or something? Probably. Dr. Ogai should be there. Koji isn't looking forward to meeting the owner of that creepy house, but is even more uneasy about letting Fuminori go alone. It looks like he just has to grin and bear it. We might not get back until tonight. Sorry for the trouble. Don't mention it. Koji drives out of the parking lot, leaving the rest of what he thought to say unspoken. Fuminori's smile seems wrong, somehow. Like a mask hiding his true face. That's what the point of the mask is! What's wrong with this game? Everything. Everything is wrong with this game. If you watched any part of this series, you will know that everything is wrong with this. You know what? Just to save you the trouble, you can literally just Google Song of Saya synopsis. And just look up just Google Song of Saya, look up the Wikipedia article. And just read like the first paragraph. That will tell you everything you need to know about this. Yo finds herself sitting alone in the cafeteria, searching for a familiar face as her lunch cools on the table in front of her. She was hoping to see Koji today, but he must have had other plans. That wouldn't be at all unusual. Normally, Omi and Fuminori would pick up the slack. But Omi's dead and Fuminori is like, you know, on his own shit. But Omi and Fuminori aren't here anymore. Yo puts down her chopsticks, her appetite ruined by the lack of company, and by the anxiety eating at her. Omi is missing, Fuminori has turned on her, and she has no idea why. If Koji weren't here, she could count on him to distract her with some idle conversation. Now that she is all by herself, Yo becomes keenly aware of how little tolerance she has for loneliness. She begins to feel paranoid, like the whole world is plotting to take from her everything that she cherishes. What is going on here? Bro, yo, I don't care about you. I want to see the, you know, big titty, thick doctor bitch, bro. Where is Omi gone? I don't care. I want the fucking Dr. Thoughty. Is Fuminori really unrelated to her disappearance? Or is he the key to this mystery, as Koshi and Dr. Tan both suspect? Yo recalls the events of last Thursday, alone and without an outlet for her pain after Fuminori verbally eviscerated her like a fucking Giga-Chad. Yo was lucky enough to run into Koji, although he could hardly make her problem go away. His kindness was a comfort. At the same time, Omi was on her way to Fuminori's house, and she hasn't been heard from since. The two totally can't be related. Yo has only been aware of Fuminori's connection to Omi's disappearance since yesterday, when Koji revealed the truth during their visit to the hospital. What if? A new possibility occurs to her, a reason for why Omi suddenly decided to visit Fuminori. What if it hadn't been a coincidence that Yo ran into Koji that day? What if Koji and Omi had known what transpired between her and Fuminori and had decided to act separately? Damn, this game is jacked up. Yo, if you think this is bad, I know a visual novel that is somehow puts this to shame. So right now, we're just getting our feet wet with Song of Saya. What comes after this would probably get me fucking nuked. That would probably just have to be a Patreon exclusive, I don't really know. It'll have to be so heavily censored in order just to be on YouTube. So yeah, stay tuned to that. Omi might have seen the confrontation in the courtyard. She might have been eavesdropping. It's not unthinkable. As the idea forms in her mind, Yo feels as though something is tearing apart her body from the inside. Ah, those damn xenomorphs! Fuck off! It's only a possibility, but if it's true, then whatever happened to Omi is Yo's responsibility too, isn't it? Yo clutches her head, groaning in agony. The food on her tray is now cold. Not that she would have eaten it anyway. Despite her frustration and anxiety, Yo is unable to act on her own. She has never been good at adapting to challenges, and no one would ever call her proactive. She hasn't the slightest idea how to respond to this situation because she's a dumb bitch. If Omi were here, she would probably tell Yo to think positive and trust her instincts. You know, because Omi is a dumb bitch. Yo has always depended on her best friend's energy. Now that Omi is gone, Yo realizes just how weak and useless she is. You know, because she's a woman! Classic take W, high five! Woo! She can only sink deeper and deeper into the abyss of self-loathing. It's a text message. There's no title, and the sender is... Omi? Wait, what? Oh, no. It's like, let me guess, Saya's gonna lure another hooker into the house. Let's go! Let's go! The message itself is even more baffling. My name is Walter Hartwell Wright. I live at 308 Negro Royal Lane, Albuquerque, New Mexico. And this is my story. If you want to know about Sakisaka Fuminori, come to his house alone. Tell absolutely no one. Hell yeah! The message bears no trace of Omi's personality, but Yo can't deny that it was sent from her phone. She takes a deep breath to calm herself before typing a reply, taking care that excitement doesn't cause her fingers to slip. Why are we eating specifically hookers again? Don't you know? Hookers give you gains! They give you the most gains. They have more protein than the average woman. Bruh, because they do be guzzling down all that cum. They are cum dumpsters, which means more protein, which means more gains. Right, use your common sense. Think. Bruh, it's all about that Sigma grind set. Is that you, Omi? Oh, that's right, I gotta get... What was Yo's voice again? I don't know, it's like more of a high-pitched Monaco voice, so it's more like...
Is that you, Omi? Where are you?
Yo presses send. The screen shows that her message was received. As she waits for a reply, her mind fills with questions. Is someone else using Omi's phone to send text messages? If so, why to her? And why specifically say come to Fuminori's house all alone? Something suddenly occurs to her. She and Omi have exchanged countless messages over the years, many of which contain the sort of embarrassing confessions that close girlfriends share. Bruh, girlfriends? LGBT? At times, when her feelings for Fuminori grew too strong to contain, you'll often put them into words for Omi to read. Did Omi put a password on her phone? Even if she had, the person who sent the message was obviously able to unlock it, which means that whoever it is has full access to her history. Do you want to know about Sakisaka Fuminori? Yo reads the strange message one more time. Whoever sent it must believe that Yo has an interest in Fuminori. The phone rings again, startling Yo, but she quickly recovers and looks at the screen. There's no title, and the sender is still Takehata Omi. Because, you know, we're Japanese, and we say the last names first like fucking idiots. I'll tell you everything when we meet. Come alone, and tell no one. It's not Omi. She would never try to scare you with such a mean-spirited prank. Anxiety has brought Yo almost to tears. Her mind isn't made to deal with this. Who is using Omi's phone and promising to reveal Fuminori's secrets? Who? Who, I ask, who? Yo desperately wants advice from Koji, from anyone. She even starts to dial Koji's cell, but a sudden suspicion stops her. The sender might be somewhere nearby, watching her at this very moment. Ah! A cold chill runs down her spine as she looks furtively, or whatever the word, around the cafeteria. Come alone, tell no one. The lifeless characters on the screen are like a knife that goes to your throat. What's with the McDonald's background art area? Hey, it was like 2003, alright? We did back then. There wasn't, you know, a high budget for art sprites. So this is the best you get. However, Yo clutches her phone and forces her heart to stop pounding by literally just fucking killing herself. Isn't this cowardice exactly what she hates most about herself? Doesn't she want to know what she's capable of? Doesn't she want to do more than sit and wait? You know what? Yes, I will go to Fuminori's house, and I will go alone. Yo realizes that her hand is shaking. How easy would it be to just give in to her cowardice, to convince herself that Omi and Fuminori are beyond her reach? That is what she truly wants, even if it means abandoning dignity and loyalty. She wants to flee from the unknown. But she also knows that even escape is beyond her. Yo understands well. She knows that no matter how far she runs, regret and self-loathing will consume her after everything else has fallen apart. Like, bro, by the way, hold up. Yeah, I think when I fucking moved the chat, I might have moved it just a tad too far to the fucking right. So, let's try that. There we go. That should probably be better. What the fuck? The stream paused for a bit. I mean, I always had the stream feed pulled up, you know. I always had the stream feed pulled up for me, and I didn't see any pausing. It might be on your end. She lacks both the willpower and courage to run. Kill. The afternoon silence is somehow foreboding. A stink is in the air, the stink of garbage left out to rot. Even this perfectly normal residential neighborhood seems ominous to Yo in her current state. She feels like she's standing in the middle of a necropolis, as if everyone in the houses around her is dead. Yo pushes her fear aside and presses the buzzer of the Sakisaka house's front gate. Will you play anything other than VNs? I may bring back Lucas Cock and Balls, but that's a big maybe. And in case you don't know what that is, well then you're not a true OG. Although if I do it this year, it will be the fourth installment of it, the fourth season. And hopefully, maybe if it does decently well, I might actually finish the entire series. Fuminori wasn't in class today, Is he home? He couldn't have sent those awful messages, could he? She doesn't even want to consider the possibility, so she forces the unwelcome thought from her mind. There's no response from the intercom. I never said I was an OG. Bro, I never said you were an OG. I wasn't even implying that. I was literally saying you weren't. Yo doesn't know, of course, that Omi stood in the same spot 1 week ago, staring at the silent intercom with the same confusion that Yo is experiencing now. She, however, is not forced to wait as Omi was. The phone in her pocket rings, catching her off guard. Among Us? It's another text message from Omi's phone. Come in. The door is open. Yo looks around quickly, a shiver running through her as she realizes that she's being watched. Searching fearfully for her observer, Yo spots movement outside the corner of her eye. On the second floor of the Sakisaka house, a tightly drawn window curtain just fluttered. The phone looks real ancient. This was 2003, I think, so yeah, this thing came out like 20 years ago, so you gotta think of it. You have to go back to that time frame. You know, the technology is gonna be quite ancient. The person who sent the messages is inside the house. Only now does Yo realize that every other window has its storm shutters closed. No matter what happens inside, no one will ever know. This time, she nearly gives in to the intense urge to flee. Bitch, just call the fucking cops. Like, bruh, you literally could just stand there and be like, yeah, 911, yeah, you probably want to check this shit out. Like, there's some weird shit going on in this house. My fucking missing best friend is supposedly, like, in this house. Whatever. Just get the fuck someone in here. I think there's a serial killer in here. Like, that's all you gotta do. Come on. But nope, everyone's a dumb bitch. This time, she, nearly gives into the intense urge to flee, but the terror she feels towards her invisible watcher is stronger, and will not permit her to turn back upon the open window. Because you're a dumb bitch. She has nowhere to run. What do you mean she has nowhere to run? You really think science is like gonna come out into the middle of the street in broad daylight? Yo bursts into tears, unable to take a single step. What's with this? What's with the audio loop, bro? What is with this? Oh man, it stopped. I wanted it to keep going. The phone in her hand rings again, demanding that she enter. It's like, enter, bitch. She steps through the gate. I mean, you don't have to enter. No one's forcing you to. You have to like, you have a gun pointed to your head. When she enters the house, an overwhelming stench assaults her nostrils. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, you're dead. You're just fucking dead. It's only a matter of time now. The house is dark, even though it's in the middle of the day. Fuminori must be out, as his shoes are not in the vegetable. However, Yo catches sight of a different pair of stuff behind the shoe cupboard. They look familiar, so she pulls them out of the shadows for a closer look. As soon as she recognizes them, her mind tries desperately to deny reality. They are identical to Omi's favorite shoes. Yo has seen her wearing them many times before, but that doesn't mean Omi is here, she tells herself. Because she's a dumb bitch. They might belong to someone else. Someone who brought the same shoes from the same store. There's no way Omi could be here. Is there? Because Omi totally wasn't a hooker or anything, right? With a sudden flash of clarity, Yo presses the most frequently used speed dial button on her phone in her tightly clenched fist. The phone dials Omi's number. It only takes a second for the signal to reach the nearest relay station, and then... BOOM! A familiar ringtone echoes through the house. Honestly, I thought she was just like gonna be dead right there. You get to live for another 5 lines. It's coming from the second floor. Someone must still be up there in the room with the moving curtains. Omi's phone rings for just a few moments, and then it stops, as whoever is holding it realizes Yo's intentions. For the first time, Yo feels the definite presence of her formless guide.
Who's there?
She gathers her courage and calls out into the house, but there is no response. Whoever it is must not want to be seen. Swallowing hard, Yo walks down the hallway to the staircase. Maybe it's Omi, maybe it's Fuminori. Surely it's just the two of them playing a prank on her, even though she's been missing for a whole week. Or something like that. Ain't that what it said? Koji might even be here with them. Yo's mind fills with comforting images of her friends. She needs to believe that there is still hope. Otherwise, she cannot take another step.
Is that you? Omi? Fuminori? Are you there?
As she climbs the stairs, one at a time, Yo calls out in a voice choked with tears. Oh, actually, hold up. This is perfect. Gotta use the Chill's voice for this. When they see her sobbing, they'll probably laugh at her. Let them. It will be the happiest moment of her life. She just wants this torment to end. Number 15. She tries to move faster, but her trembling legs will not let her. With each agonizing second that passes, she begs for release from this nightmare. After climbing for what seems an eternity, Yo finds herself standing in the second floor hallway. No sounds greet her. There is only the gloom, brimming with silent malice.
Omi, are you there?
She shuffles forward, calling out in a weak voice.
Come out already, please. I can't take this anymore.
The door in front of her is half open. It must lead to the room that overlooks the front gate. Yo watches helplessly from a corner of her mind as her body, seeming to move on its own volition, slowly, gently opens the door. Well, damn. This is what I call a bruh moment. The room is empty. The damp, stinking air clings to Yo's skin.
Please, stop this.
She is at her limit, unable to take a single step more. Her spirit has been utterly crushed. Number 14. Perhaps this is the moment her tormentor was waiting for. Whoa, hey. Whoa, hey. Hey. Whoa. All right. Okay, I need to understand this. All the Saya scenes are censored. but everything else is perfectly fine. Wow. Wow. Alright. You know what? Song aside, devs. You got me. Round of applause. You got me. That was an epic troll. You had me going. You had me going for like 3 hours thinking this is the censored version, and bam! Big ass enemy titties. I'm gonna show y'all. I just needed to like, bro, take a breather for a minute. I'm like, damn. I'm gonna show you. I'm just gonna have to censor this in the re-uploads. This will go up on Patreon. This is what I'm talking about. Like, there you go, comrades. Big ass anime titties on screen. Something grabs Yo's arm from behind. Something flexible and strong like slime-covered rubber. If like way more starts to be shown, then yeah, I'll just censor the whole thing. As the thing binds her limbs, finger-like appendages tear roughly through her blouse and force their way inside. Yo screams at the top of her lungs, amazed that she still has the strength to do so. Responding to her distress, primal energy surges through her body as she flails wildly to free herself. However, the grip of the thing behind her remains unbreakable. With escape impossible, Yo can only scream louder as something cold and wet slips under her bra and wraps itself around her breasts. Her ears are filled with the sound of something slimy sliding over her skin. Number 13. As the loathsome assault continues, the unimaginable terror threatens to drive Yo utterly mad. Her throat is already raw from screaming, and now she can't breathe. I can't breathe! As she struggles desperately against her attacker. Suddenly, the thing pulls away. Oh my goodness gracious, I just joined. You picked the perfect time to join, Stick Man. You really did. Suddenly, the thing pulls away. Yo falls to the floor, unable to support herself on her unresponsive legs. Number 12. Oh no, not... schizophrenia. I hate this track. I hate this track so much, and it's literally the first track that plays pretty much the moment you start the game. What the fuck did you stumble into? Good question, Enclave Officer. Good question. You stumbled into hell. You stumbled into Song of Saya. The creature that grabbed her is still here. I keep forgetting to do the Troll's voice. Lurking in a dark corner of the room. She can feel it watching her, but can't bring herself to turn around. She knows that seeing it will likely destroy her last vestige of her sanity. Oh hey, empty with $9.99, damn, thank you, man. Here, have some money. Maybe don't use it as toilet paper this time. It hurts. Yeah, that was kind of a bad idea, man. You know what, mate? I'll figure out more creative ways to just burn through $10. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know, I could always buy a bunch of Luka Doncic Funko Pops, man. I heard he's got a fat ass. From close by comes the beep of buttons being pressed. Bro, I like how, some of the OGs are starting to get here and are like, oh shit, what the fuck happened? Like, more boobo, please. Hey, I can't control when it pops up, alright? I wasn't even expecting it to pop up, bro. But I always appreciate it when it does. Actually, maybe just wipe your ass. Alright, well, I will figure out, very epic ways to burn through $10. Yo, here's a cheerful electronic sound terribly out of place in this room. It sees the phone in her hand, blink coldly. A new text message has arrived. She is powerless to stop herself from reading the characters on the screen. You're pretty and your breasts are so big and soft. I bet they're good for attracting males. Aruga, aruga. When the imposter is sus. Do. Now she has to answer. What did it just turn it? Let's turn from a horror visual novel to just whatever the fuck this is. Sexual harassment simulator. Sexual harassment, the visual novel. This is epic. Now she has to answer. The message from Omi's phone were sent by the thing that just mauled her breasts. That has to be the that has to be the greatest line I've ever seen. The messages from Omi's phone were sent by the thing that just mauled her. God. Yo curls up into a tiny sobbing ball, unable to raise her voice or even move. It's like, what the fuck does Saya's, what is Saya's power? Is it just, she just like incapacitates her victims just by staring at them and, groping them?
Oh God, please save me.
Among Us. Man, an average Discord user talking to women. Yeah, exactly. Just sounds exactly like that. The creature makes a burbling sound. Yo somehow understands that it is laughing at her. That must be how you tempted Fuminori. You tried to steal him from me, didn't you? Thief! Oh my gosh! Thief! Dirt thief! Ah! Oh my gosh, Saya's dirt thief confirmed! Sussy wussy. Somehow cold seizes something cold seizes stop our cock and balls. Man, this I'm losing my mind just reading this. Something cold seizes Yo's ankles, then travels slowly up her leg until it has covered her entire lower body in coom. Some primal female instinct tells her exactly what is going to happen. This sounds a little sus to me. The dirt thief is real. Bruh. She will be raped, powerless to resist a fate worse than death.
Stop!
She pleads feebly, even though there is no hope that the inhuman creature will be merciful.
Please, not that.
She hears it, bubbling laughter again. The thing is enjoying her sorrow, her despair. What is this, Danganronpa? Yo no longer has the strength to resist the monster on top of her. She is only able to shiver in revulsion as the cold, slimy thing covers her body. Her sight grows dim as her mind sinks deeper and deeper into a black swamp-like abyss. Again, like, what is Saya's actual power? I still don't, like, 100% understand it. It's like, anytime, like, anytime Saya touches, like, one of her victims, they just, like, fucking cease to exist. Oh, fuck. Yeah, but like anytime Saya touches like anybody, they just like cease to exist. Unless it's like Fuminori. In that case, like I don't know, maybe the alien wussy is like too powerful or something. You know, it doesn't affect people. But apparently, like whenever Saya touches something. It touches some person, they're just like, I give up, here, just fuck me, do whatever you want. I don't understand it. I really don't. Away pushes itself between her legs, but it seems so far away. You know what? This is pretty interesting. Did Yo learn to just say no? The rape monster is obligated to stop. No! Bruh, the rape dwarfs. Bruh, actually, hold up. That just reminded me of the fucking rape dwarfs. Right, I gotta show you this fucking subreddit. It's some of the funniest shit you'll see in a while. Hold on, bro. Bro, look at this. Bruh, r/rape dwarf lore. Best subreddit ever. Curious Redditor here. How can I domesticate the dwarf to have sex with my wife and not rape me wife? What? Oh, what the fuck? Hello, I'm posting for my Nintendo Switch. Just got finished playing Breath of the Wild, and I had the most splendorific thought. What if a dwarf violently, wholesomely had sex with my wife while I was watching from the corner, and occasionally checking this lovely sight? My main concern is that the dwarf may get tired of my wife and try to have violent sex with me, ruining my cuckold fantasy and taking away my virginity I've guarded for 38 years. Would it be possible to domesticate this dwarf so he'd only rape my wife? Rape my wife and maybe Tyrone or her other friends in bed with. And make sure it wouldn't touch me. Just wanted to know before I adopted one from my local rape dwarf shelter. TLDR, I want to watch this rape dwarf rape my wife and masturbate to a recording of it without being raped myself. Alright, let's see if this is possible. You will need to use your semen to get it used to your scent and no longer be aroused by it. Rape dwarfs are actually blind. They sense it by using echolocation, which they can do by smelling as well as making their signature giggle. To render it nose blind to it, keep it in a kennel with the only source of light being the Golden Girls on repeat, and leave your used semen in the room to domesticate it. They're social creatures, however, so make sure it gets used to your wife and Tyrone soon. Alright, so there you go. If you ever wanted to, adopt a rape dwarf, this is how you get it, this is how you domesticate it. And make sure it doesn't rape you and instead rapes your wife. This is how you fulfill your cuckold fantasy. Anyways, back to the rape memes. I won't kill you. But though her mind is barely functioning, Yo hears a voice whisper to her inside her head. It is a girl's voice, sweet and sinister, with the cruel innocence of a child gleefully plucking the wings from butterflies. Instead, I'll let you share in our happiness. Rejoice, Yo. We'll love you to death. Yo, that is a pretty based line. The soft voice is a stark contrast to the unyielding strength that drives irresistibly into Yo's core. The pain is sharp and savage, greater than anything she has ever felt before. It should be unbearable, but there is no longer enough left of Yo's mind to recognize it as pain. Because I don't know what what type of fucking shit Saya puts y'all on. But apparently it is some crazy ass shit. Maybe I should get a hold of some of that myself. Number 9. Oh. While she stares blankly at the thing slithering deeper and deeper into her body, an idle thought floats through her fading consciousness. I am a dumb bitch.
I've still never been kissed, have I?
That's a bro moment.